Hi, beautiful folk from wherever you're joining me. Welcome in this sacred space of cosmic witchery. So I invite you to pull the sacred smoke over you, and whatever is going on in our lives or around us, just for this moment in time, reaching out, just create some spaciousness. And allow the sacred smoke of the frankincense to cleanse all around your energetic auric field. So I'm coming to you from a sacred mountain in Wanjerabara country, and that is the white cockatoos that are screeching their message in the background. So we have a strong, thank you, we have a very strong connection with the bird tribes, yeah? And the prophecies that have been predicted. So we're in the solar month of an extremely watery Pisces, and I just want to give you the Astro update on the calamity of what is playing out at the moment. Now, with this, I want to say that we are not victims. We are not indebted or dominated by the planetary energies. However, to dispel those that don't feel like astrology is a mechanism or a time mechanism or a compartmentalization of their personalities, let's just take a step back and open up that a little bit, in fact a lot, because whilst I fully appreciate where that intention and that mindset is coming from, I just want to throw it out to you that we live in a cosmos of cycles and rhythms. There is natural, cosmic, and universal law. And so we are part of the seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter, or wherever you are. Different indigenous cultures have different seasonal cycles. The sun rises each day, each morning, and sets each evening. We have the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, ether. Incarnating on this beautiful planet, we are part of the cosmic cycles and rhythms. And as a star witch, I empower you and myself by working with the cosmic cycles and rhythms. So the ancient art of astrology is far more than a psychological I can't say it, compartmentalization. That was a mouthful. I have Mercury retrograde in my chart, my natal chart, so sometimes I slip up with words, because also the brain is so active. But I'm sure you understand the essence of what I'm saying here. So the astrology that is around at this moment in time, that as creative beings we've got the invitation to work with, is that for many of you that are wondering what is going on out there at the moment, we're in the solar season of Pisces, mutable water. Today, on the 6th of March, We have what's known as a Jupiter cazimi, which is when a planet is exactly conjunct the sun, the exact degree, and that's why it's called a Jupiter cazimi today, because it's Jupiter, 15 degrees Pisces. Now, whilst Jupiter is the amazing, benefic, expansive energy of wisdom and showers incredible codes down onto us, Jupiter is also the amplifier. So it amplifies what is already there existing in the energetic field. So we've got Jupiter and the Sun in Pisces, and this is extenuating all of the Piscean collective grief and sadness and sorrow and loss. So it does bring in the mysticism, the beauty, the poetic magic of Pisces, the dreamer, the intuitive healer, the empath, but we also have this exasperated at the moment with Jupiter. Many, many people are in flood-stricken areas that have been devastated. So this is what I talked about with the elements when medicine becomes poison as well, as in the deepest respect to the natural forces, but where the fuck is the government in this? So we have a strong Pluto, Venus, Mars conjunction, late degrees, anaretic degree, karmic 29 degrees, Capricorn. Capricorn does govern establishments, governments, empower, squaring moon in Aries, which has been separating from Chiron in Aries, and Aries does govern initiation, action. It has been the civilians on the ground that have taken action in this state of emergency that is upon the people of Northern Rivers, where it's across the border from where I live, but it's close by. It's a close by community. And at no point in time do I want to diminish what people are experiencing close by or around the world. If you've tuned into this, you've tuned in because you have an interest in the astrological cycles. So I'm just using this as examples. There is so much more. It's a very complex, complicated situation. So if we just look at the astrology of what you may be experiencing today in your own lives as well, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, the psychopomp that holds the solar codes and is the gatekeeper between the solar codes of Earth coming through, squaring the nodes of fate. South node Scorpio, North node Taurus. So I encourage you to look at my YouTube on the nodes of fate, navigating the nodes of fate, to fill in the missing links with this. We also have Venus and Mars both moving into 0 degrees Aquarius, fixed air, on the 6th and 7th of March. And Mercury will be moving into Pisces on the 9th and 10th of March. So there's lots of challenges with squares. So Mercury squaring the nodes of fate, Saturn squaring the nodes of fate. Squares are challenging, tense aspects. In transpersonal psychology, we look at the vital energy life force of challenges that gives us the impetus for movement, for change, for activation, creative vital energy. And this morning when I woke up and I was contemplating all of this scenario with these astrological signatures, I was thinking, where is Cassandra in all of this? And when I looked up the asteroid Cassandra, she's currently activated 26 degrees Taurus, fixed Earth, with the Algol star right conjunct with the North Node in Taurus. Cassandra was the prophetess for many, many years that predicted the downfall of Troy. And she was ridiculed and shamed and mocked by the people. Now, I'm not an historian, but or really a mythologist. I just have a basic interest in it, and it fascinates me. But if you dive deep into the myth of Cassandra, this is what's playing out in progressive days, because there's been many beautiful, amazing astrologers over the years and some incredible seers and visionaries and futurists that have spoken about these times that we're in right now. So Cassandra, the ancient prophetess and seer, is a future prophetess, and she's conjunct exact the North Node, the karmic key destiny point of leaving behind the collective shadow. There is much there hidden that is now revealing and being stirred up in that South Node in Scorpio. The adage of, it's not part of my reality, it doesn't affect me, is not going to wash anymore. These energies are breathing down on us like a dragon. The dragon that is breathing fire, the dragon's tail of the Scorpio Plutonic energy, the dragon's head, the North Node, Taurus. Uranus, the great liberator and awakener, is in Taurus at this moment for the next few years. This is cracking open the chasms of all that is tearing at the fabric of our society and humanity. The ancient dragons have awoken, and they are, and actually that's no pun intended to the woke. I don't subscribe to that. I'm just trying to be as clear and articulate as possible with so much information, and interesting if you're reading my body language. So please don't read too much into this, hey? But the dragons are awakening and they're breathing their fire. The very core of Mother Earth is shaking and moving and shifting. There is a huge invitation here to start making some really strong, empowered decisions in your life if you have not already done this. If you are taking time out to rest, because the world is harsh. What is happening out in the world is extremely harsh and devastating and destructive. This is the Plutonic South Node. It really is. So for many beautiful individuals, they are needing to rest and tend to their own hearth fires, their own homes. So release the energetic of judgment, and you may need to close your gate and protect your inner sanctum emotionally, physically, energetically. It is bolstering the hearth fire within you. And always look at the balance. So we've got all of this watery planetary energy in Pisces. Balance it with the polar opposite, which is Virgo. Health and well-being. A beautiful daily devotional practice. Releasing the inner judge, the inner critic, and especially the Saturnian judge and critic of, I should be doing this. As soon as you hear that internal dialogue, that needs to alarm you to do some exploration, some self-inquiry around where does that come from. Radical self-responsibility and calling it back to deep compassion within humanity for ourselves and each other. We can still be kind. Strong, but still be kind. So there is a lot going on in the celestial cycles. There always is. Go research Cassandra. Maybe check out where she is in your own natal chart. I really hope you're looking after your heart, your emotional hearth fire, stoking that hearth fire for yourself. And I have put together, it's been a long time coming. I used to teach this, offer this in person before the great dismantling started to happen. But I have, with some amazing support, created an online container once a month. It's going to be held for an intimate group of people. So if you're interested, please contact me, direct message me. It's called Cosmic Witchery. And once a month we gather. It's a private portal into the cauldron of Star Witch astrology. So Cosmic Witchery is for a small group of individuals that wish to journey with me once a month for the astrological new year, and you'll get some really beautiful care and attention around the celestial cycles and rhythms and how that plays out in your own chart. And this is not me teaching astrology 101 at all. There's some amazing astrologers out there that do some incredible online courses of astrology. This is Cosmic Witchery. So I'll keep you updated. It's being launched in April, so we've got a little bit of time. But between now and then, stay tuned. Join me on Telegram, Star Witch Astrology, YouTube, Star Witch Astrology, and of course, Instagram. All right, go well, beautiful people. Go well with strength and magic in your hearts.